I've been selling on Amazon the past 5 years and I've learned a lot. And I know you want to go from beginner to expert and skip the learning curve. So in this video, I'm going to walk through all my biggest lessons learned going from zero to making over $80,000 profit in one single month and selling millions of dollars worth of product on Amazon FBA via online arbitrage, just finding simple name brand products on Kohl's, Walmart, and Target, working from home, shopping online, and flipping those items for a profit. Let's get into it. The first one is just how simple a lot of advanced Amazon sellers are versus how complicated a lot of beginner Amazon sellers try to make it. They try to do complicated sourcing methods like automated tools or manual sourcing from the get-go. Meanwhile, a lot of advanced Amazon sellers I know just have a couple favorite websites they really like and really hammer. To build a successful Amazon business, it's a lot more simple than you think. All you have to do is get good at finding products. But when you're a beginner, it seems really complicated because you have to learn everything for the first time. You have to learn how to use SellerAmp. You have to learn how to use Keepa. You have to learn how to create a shipment. You have to learn how to price your products. You got to learn how to find different coupon codes and different discount codes and know about different sales that are going on. And it can be completely overwhelming. But at the end of the day, once you get over that mountain, that initial learning curve, you have it a lot easier. And the only thing you have to do is consistently be able to find profitable products. One of my friends, Aaron, literally did over 100K in revenue in just his 4th month, and he still didn't even know how to make an Amazon FBA shipment. All he had been doing was merchant fulfilled. Meanwhile, I know a ton of beginners who try to go the prep center and the virtual assistant route from day one. Meanwhile, those people get lapped by people just keeping it simple, online arbitrage, merchant fulfilled, eventually scaling up with Amazon FBA and doing it nice and simple and not overcomplicating things. Another important thing I've learned the past couple years building my Amazon business is just how important having a long-term mindset is. Pretty much nothing works really quick, but most things work over the long term if you give yourself a chance to really figure stuff out. And as you open up new doors and go through them, more doors show themselves, more websites come across that are nice and profitable. You start to see things new sellers don't. You know coupons new sellers don't. You know how to navigate different websites, and you're really well connected in the community, and a lot of opportunities start to find you when you give yourself a chance to. And that gets to my next point, just how important networking and being active in the Amazon community is. I'd much rather be a decent Amazon seller with a great personality than a great Amazon seller with a decent personality. You just want to be connected and is known as one of the homies in the community. You can't be invisible. The good Amazon seller with a great personality makes less money than the great Amazon seller with just an okay personality, because the dude who's the homie, he's super connected. He's tapped into different group chats and different Discord channels, and he's sharing different leads and opportunities with other sellers, and that makes the process a lot more fun and a lot easier than what most beginners do, which is just banging their head on the computer screen doing this by themselves. This is a completely new skill you have to learn as a beginner, and it's a lot easier if you do it with other sellers. And the cool part about this is it's completely free. It costs you nothing to post on Twitter. It costs you nothing to document your journey on Instagram, and that's far and away the most important thing I did as a complete beginner, because that's what connected me to some of my boys. And I was literally in my friend Garrett's wedding. We'll pop it up on the screen here, like last month, with over 10 other guys that I just met on Amazon Twitter and Amazon Instagram. The sellers who do it with their friends they meet online for completely free, this costs no money, are rewarded with less work, more profit, and a lot less mistakes that they have to make. Even Mr. Beast, the biggest YouTuber on the planet, talks about how important it is to have daily masterminds with other people on the same path as you. Finding other like-minded people to work with makes literally anything a lot more fun, a lot easier, and I highly recommend you guys get on that, especially if you're a beginner Amazon seller. And I'm sure you're thinking, doesn't that saturate the market? Well, my friends, everything is saturated if you're not good, and nothing's saturated if you're good. Therefore, saturation isn't the problem, your skill's the problem, and luckily you can build that to where you become good. There's tens of millions of different products listed on Amazon, probably hundreds of millions honestly at this point. They do hundreds of billions in sales per year, and over 60% of that is everyday people like you and I working from home, third-party sellers. And you just have to get over that initial learning curve and pretty much just stick around long enough to actually get good at the process, and then all that time you put initially becomes so much more profitable once you build the skill. And that's another mindset shift you need to overcome if you're a beginner seller, that it's not about how much time you put in, it's about how good you get at the skill. But when you're a beginner, really all you have is your time because you haven't yet built the skills, so you need to put in a bunch of reps to pay down that ignorance debt as quick as possible. Our whole lives, society teaches us that to make money, it's all about how many hours you work. not about how good you are at the skill, aka how much leverage you have. And a huge force multiplier on time input is how good you are at the skill. If I, as an advanced Amazon seller, do product research next to a complete beginner, we can look at the exact same website and I'll find a bunch of profitable products and the beginner won't, just based off the skill and that I know how to discount, how to read different keyword charts, and I know a lot of the nuance on these websites that a beginner isn't going to have. But the reason I know that isn't because of how much time I work per day. It's because I built the skill of being a good Amazon seller and I'm really connected. And I want that for you. And I hear all the time, how much time does it make to make XYZ amount of money? And I know that person's never made money independently because it's not how much time you put in, it's how good you are at the skill. The only way you improve is by doing it. You start seeing new opportunities and new leads and you find new websites. And then you've been doing a lot of retail arbitrage and you get to know the employees really well. They start tipping you off to deals. It's really important as an Amazon seller to not be invisible. Really, the worst place you can be as an Amazon seller is invisible. Do it on your own. You have to make all the mistakes on your own, find all the opportunities on your own. You also have a lot less fun than the sellers that are really connected, have been in the game a while, and that's what you need to shoot for if you're looking to go from beginner to expert. Another really nice thing about this process, guys, is you can see examples of what the business you want all the time. The storefront stalking feature of SellerAmp lets you see inside the storefronts of other sellers and you can see exactly what they're selling, and all you have to do is be able to find enough of those items at a profitable price. And the way you want to treat this is just find one good ace in a day, one good product today, and that stacks and compounds on top of itself like crazy, and that introduces you to new suppliers, new brands, and new rabbit holes to go down to find more profitable products. And if you focus on the most important things, guys, not worrying about what tape to have or what labels are best, stuff that doesn't make you money, and focus on getting super connected in the community and getting really good at sourcing, that's going to pay huge dividends over time, as well as taking full advantage of Q4 and back to school, which are fast approaching, and those are by far the best times of the year to make money as Amazon sellers. And that's another huge thing I've learned over the years, is that you can massively increase your output during these really, really important times of the year, like back to school, like Q4. And for example, my first year, I had never done more than 60K in a month. And then during back to school, I did 100K in revenue in 2 weeks and did like $1,000 profit a day for 2 weeks in a row. And that absolutely changed the way I thought about money. And then just a couple months later, I did 50K profit in a single month, literally just in my first year selling with online arbitrage. And those are the biggest lessons I've learned the past couple years, guys, building up my own Amazon biz and also helping a ton of sellers become successful. And unfortunately, seeing lots of sellers not pan out the way they want to because they didn't do the important things. They didn't stick around. They didn't keep it simple. They didn't take advantage of that easy money that was sitting there waiting for them if they stuck around and paid down the ignorance debt and actually build the skill. And with back to school and Q4 on the horizon, guys, now's a perfect time to apply for my mentorship program if you're interested in working directly with me to scale up your business. If you're looking to get plugged directly in on all my coupons, tips, tricks, and strategies, you want to have my personal phone number where you can ask any questions, 3 group coaching calls a week, as well as a one-on-one live sourcing call with myself. I'll plug you into everything I know about maximizing Q4, back to school, all my favorite coupons, deals. I'll connect you with other Amazon sellers as well in the community that are hungry and crushing the game. Now's the perfect time to apply for my coaching program, so take a look down below in the description. You can go ahead and apply and check out a bunch of our great student results. I look forward to helping you out if you're interested. If you guys have any questions about what we talked on in this video, let me know down below in the comments. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I'll leave another video up right here you can go ahead and check out, and I'll see y'all in the next one.